Hello again everybody, it's Nima here from the YWCA. This is your mobility workout for Tuesday, May 19th. So as usual, today is a Tuesday. We are going to talk about thoracic spine. So I've got, as usual, 3 exercises for you. The very first one we are going to do some thoracic spine rotation, or we are going to basically work on thoracic spine rotation. So for this one, you are not going to need any For this one, you are not going to need any equipment. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to use this wall behind me. I'm going to stand 1 foot from the wall, one of my foot from the wall, and then I'm going to get my butt on the wall. If you see, I'm not sure if you can see that, but my knees are slightly bent. Now I'm going to hinge, so basically I'm going to hold my spine straight, but I'm going to bend over from the hip, all right? Now, I'm going to have this arm straight, my hand is under my shoulder, and this guy is going to stay. It's not gonna go left or right. So this hand is gonna stay, my arm is extended, the other hand is gonna go behind my back like this. Now, I'm going to, as you see, the elbow is pointing that way. Now I'm going to raise my elbow and get it pointed ceiling if I can. That depends on how much rotation I have stored in my thoracic spine. I'm pretty sure I'm a little bit limited or restricted, so I'm not going to be able to go all the way through, which means I'm going to again, like you guys, I'm going to also need to do exercises like this one. So let's talk about it again. I'm going to show you how to do it. So as I said, this hand that I'm shaking right now is supposed to stay. Now, what I'm not going to do, so I told you what to do, I'm going to tell you what not to do. So now, I'm not going to drop this knee in order to accommodate the rotation, because then it's not going to be thoracic spine rotation anymore, right? It is going to be lumbar spine rotation. I'm not going to do anything for lumbar spine today. It's all about thoracic spine, so don't put this one in. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. See that? See this knee? See? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to compensate my thoracic, or what the purpose of doing this exercise in order to just go a little bit harder. So you are going to do 3 sets of 10 reps for each side, and then you are going to do exercise number 2, which is awesome. This one is also going to give you some rotation back in your thoracic spine. So as you see, the only thing I'm going to need is a very open wall. Now, I'm going to sit in the bottom position of my lunge. I'm going to go a little bit further back. I hope you can still hear me. So I'm going to go into the bottom position of lunge. Now, this leg, which is the leg closer to the wall, is going to be 1 fist apart from the wall, like that. All right. Now, I'm going to make sure my upper body is nice and straight. So I'm going to just make sure my spine is straight, and my sternum should be pointing forward. I should not be twisted towards the wall or away from the wall. Another thing that I have to always make sure is side flexion for this one. I'm not going to be flexed sideways that way or the other way. I'm going to make sure my torso is upright and my spine is straight. Now, the arm closer to the wall is gonna go on the wall. See, I'm going to have my palm on the wall. I'm going to have this hand on my sternum, just making sure I'm not twisting. Rotation is good, but I'm not going to help the motion. I hope it makes sense. I'm going to have to twist a little bit, but I'm not helping it. I'm going to give that chance to my thoracic spine to rotate as much as possible, and I'm not going to help it. So again, this one you are going to do 3 sets of 10 for each side, obviously. And then number 3 is an awesome stretch, which is going to open up your whole entire thoracic spine area. For this one, we are going to use 2 bands, not 1 band, 2 bands. We are going to get a little bit fancier today. So I'm going to put my camera here. See those 2 bands? These are heavy bands. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I hope you can get to see everything. That should be better, hopefully. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this hand inside that band, the other hand inside the other band. So that way I'm going to have my hands, or I'm going to have my arms crossed. And I'm going to obviously hold the band like this. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my knees bent. If you see that, see they are slightly bent. And then I'm going to push my upper body away from those rags. I'm going to get my head in between my arms. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to squeeze my head with my upper arms. Like this. How long am I going to stay in this position? How many fingers can you see? Yeah, 2 minutes. That's all you need to do. You are going to hang it in that position. When you're done, just slowly relax from the position, all right? So these are the 3 exercises I had for you for today. Let's have a quick review. The first 2, we're working on your thoracic spine rotation. The last one was a very nice bandage stretch for opening up that whole area in your thoracic spine. For the second exercise that I showed you, those windmill, that's the only thing you do. You are going to just do windmills, but do not help the motion. Try to actually give that opportunity to your thoracic spine to rotate as much as possible. With the first one that I had my bum on the wall, again, you're not going to help your thoracic spine. Give that chance to your thoracic spine to do what it can do. All right, so don't put in that knee into the motion to accommodate the to accommodate rotation, because that is not going to be a thoracic spine rotation anymore. That is going to be more like a lumbar spine rotation. And then that hand that you have down there, make sure it stays there. All right, so you're not going to have it to the left or to the right. And then number 3, you are going to need 2 bands. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that. This is a perfect stretch. Maybe you don't have 2 bands at home. If you don't have the second band, go buy one, because there are lots of bandage stretches that you can do using 2 bands, and they're really, really beneficial. They're really, really helpful for your body. So that's it for today. I'm going to be back with the next mobility video on Thursday, and we are going to talk about lumbar spine, and that is going to be the last video for spine. We are going to talk about, from next week, we are going to talk about ankles, all right? There is one really awesome reason to talk about, to work on ankles. My ankles are pretty messed up, so let's do it together. Stay tuned, stay well, and I see you next time.